I like to start first with this statement. Slavery, colonialism, neo-colonialism, it's all linked to economic interest. Welcome. So if we want to fight this system, it cannot be done by protest. It cannot be done by writing articles. It can only be done by addressing the system, the underlying system of neo-colonialism, what we call neo-colonialism today. So slavery was, the reason of slavery was having free workforce. Colonialism was to control the country and extract raw material for the industrial revolution. And the neo-colonialism today, it's because of keeping the system alive. The wealth that has been created from exploitation must stay alive. And the only way to do it is by using strategy. I always make a joke. I said the colonial plan was one of the best plans ever in this world because it's still working after centuries. These people have been really thinking very good about what to do. And when it comes to Africa, that's what I'm going to talk about today. So that is the content. We're talking about the Dutch neo-colonialism in Africa. And I will talk about the cocoa trade. Why? Because 86% of the production of cocoa beans from Ghana arrives here in Amsterdam, on the port of Amsterdam. 86%. We have done a research with the Wageningen University about that. So Amsterdam, the Netherlands, plays a big role in this story. Why don't we only have 15 minutes, man? That is...
we made it together.
Okay.
I was asking myself the same question.
Yeah. Okay. So the first strategy of the Netherlands is through trade to maintain neo-colonialism. The second one is trade evasion. It's also Amsterdam is playing a big role in that.
Tax evasion.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will tell you also about the consequences of poverty because we need to understand what's going on before talking about fighting against a system. It's very good to understand what's going on. I had a lecture at a university in Delft 2 months ago, and I was very surprised. A student told me that he didn't know that that agriculture was possible in Africa in 2023. So part of this colonialism is also keeping your own people in ignorance, because this system is functioning in your name, in your behalf. The thing is that you don't know the details, how it goes. And that is what we are doing as Africa in Motion. And Equal Trade Alliance is a new grassroots movement that we are setting up to create awareness about the system and to come with a concrete alternatives. So we are not protesting. I don't like protesting against anything. I want to solve problems. And we have a big problem in Africa. And if we don't solve the problem in Africa, it will reach out to Europe also. It's happening today already. So that will be the solution, equal trade certification, and how to get there. So you can understand it easily, we need to create alliances. We need to come together and fight this system in the benefit of all of us. The most cocoa beans from the world are produced in Africa, 70%. And it's not only the quantity, but also the quality. before you enjoy delicious chocolate, this is the work that's happened in Africa. In this case, in Ghana. It's a very hard work, all manually. It involves old men, old women, young boys, but also children. So child labor is a very normal thing in this cocoa trade. You know this is how it works. In Africa, you have the production, and then it comes to, from Amsterdam, the big business start. To give you an idea, when we talk about chocolate, we're talking about a business at world level of $130 billion today. And in 2028, it will reach about 419 billion. So it's not a small thing. This is one raw material from Africa, from one African country. And we have thousands of these raw materials. This is how the money is divided. You see farmers and this is not only Africa, it's the whole world. So Asia, South America, and Africa, they're only getting 6% of this 130 billion today. And in 2028, they will get less because this was, I think, in 2019, and in 2014, it was about 10%. So it's decreasing what farmers, what African countries are getting. You all know that farmers in cocoa producing countries get less than $1 a day. This is based on a research also. You can see how much people have to live from. 48 cents a day. With average of children, amount the family members, we're talking about 6 people. How can you live with this? And this doesn't happen only with cocoa in Africa, it's happened with all raw materials, diamond, gold, uranium, you name it. This is how Africa is kept poor. When we talk about energy transition today, TNO has made a research. They have found out that Europe can only produce 14% of the raw material needed for the energy transition. Where are the 86% coming from? Again, Africa. But nobody's talking about that. This is without comment, you know. The government in Ghana gets 1 million from this business, and the Netherlands, who makes only semi-finished products, make up about 20 billions every year, and this is going on since 65 years already. And not only for cocoa, again for diamond, from gold, from uranium, for coltan, for all raw materials coming from Africa, they are under the same regime. We are creating wealth for the whole world, and African people are living in extreme poverty. And what is the solution? We talk about development aid. We talk about sustainability programs. We talk about fair trade initiatives. So think about it. This system runs in your behalf. But I don't know if you had this information already. This is how it goes. How can you run a country with 100 million? In the Netherlands, you can maybe build 3 kilometers of highway with this money. How can you run a country and build it? So, this is funny. You see in all the 2 minutes, yeah, I'm almost done. I think the story is already there. You understand why I'm getting emotional about this. So you see this old, she looks old, but it's because of the hard work in the cacao. And you see three women, I don't know in which city is this, Demboch. I asked them if I can make a picture. They say yes, but I had a plan. I wanted to use it for this. And they were all like, yeah, look. I said, wait, you'll get it. So these three women, they are not even owner of the shop, but they live from this money. This is the reality. And again, think about it. This happened with all raw materials from Africa. And then you have tax evasion. That's a bit complicated, but this is criminal. It's not allowed. And it's happened in Amsterdam, Zuidpas. We are holding in the Netherlands more than 20,000 subsidiary companies where money comes and then goes to a tax island like the Panama. And then the money goes back to the company. And they don't pay taxes, in this case, in Africa. This is complicated, but this is how it works. They do everything to bring the money back without paying taxes. I spoke about this. This is in Ghana 2 years ago, and this year they were against demonstration. Almost finished. But like I said, poverty affects also Europe. You know, Geert Wilders, all these people talking about migration. There is a migration crisis in Europe at this moment. But we are not coming to Europe because we like winter. We are not coming here because we like to be, I'm not in that fight against discrimination or things like that, but we are not looking for problems. We don't love problems. But we are leaving our countries, our families, because of this system. So people need to understand it. So this is our solution. We need a new certification. I take just half a minute for this. The solution for this problem, as Africa is providing the world with raw materials, we want a new economic model in which we don't talk anymore about the price of the raw material, but we share the revenue made from the finished products. Like the Netherlands is getting 20 billion from chocolate, we should send at least 5, 8, 9 billions to Ghana. Because without cocoa, you can never make chocolate. Maybe you can try something, but you cannot have this quality of chocolate. You can have machines. I was making a joke last time. I told someone, okay, eat your machines then. Eat your industry if you think that makes you powerful to dominate the world. You have university, fine. Make chocolate from books. Make mobile phones without coltan. It's not possible. So raw materials are not useless. And the way we are going today, it's still telling us, you have this raw material, but it doesn't mean anything. And that is what we need to change. We need to have a new economic model where we start talking about sharing benefits and revenue from the final products. Thank you. I think I'm over the time.
Yes.